Hey Raymond, Dennis Piner, CFO to go. Hey, I got your email, and I'm not sure if you're busy or what have you, but I thought I'd just do a video to kind of answer the rest of those questions rather than doing a full demo. So, a couple of questions items you had questions on was a document control module. That is under our project management, and document control includes these following items: RFPs, requests for information, transmittals, submittals, daily field reports, punch list management, and then tracking of plans. So that's the $500 module. These are the items that are included with that one module. Okay. Then if you're doing commercial work, it's probably pretty sure you need it because you're probably having to do at least the RFIs and submittals, and it'd be nice to have them all done in one system. The next is the equipment management. Equipment management allows you to set up equipment, including service vehicles, man lifts, any kind of piece of equipment you want to manage. Let me just find one that's all set up here. And in this case, it just happens to be a loader. I can mark it if it's available or out of service, so we know it's available for rent for the jobs. Generic information about it, financial information, whether it's on a lease or on a payoff schedule, what the interest rate is, what the payment amount is, because we can automatically schedule these payments each month into accounts payable so they don't have to be entered. In addition, if you enter the monthly depreciation in the beginning of the year, it'll allow you to make those journal entries each month without having to do it manually. And then at the very bottom, I'm not going to go into a lot of details here, but it allows you to see every cost that's ever been charged to this piece of equipment. So, these are repairs. It could be fuel. It could be insurance. And here's all of the revenue that was generated on this piece of equipment by charging it to individual projects. The reason for doing that is, let me close this. You'll get a report these are the report that our clients use. Let me open this up real quick. You'll be able to get each piece of equipment. So if you look at that loader again, I can tell you that it's been billed out for 895 hours. My total cost is $59,000. So it's costing me $66, round numbers, to operate it, and the job's paying me almost $85. So I'm making about $18 or $19 an hour, excuse me, every hour that this works. And you'll see some of these pieces of equipment lose money. So it does that equipment analysis for you. If you want to see the cost, it's a double click back to see those costs. This just happens to be a startup entry, and you can always drill right back. I'm going to go back right to the AP entry. So always have the ability in Sage 100 to drill back to the details. So that's the equipment management. It basically manages the equipment, allows you to turn in hours for each piece of equipment for each job on a daily basis or weekly basis. Then the estimating, again, this is our basic estimating, and I'm going to open up an estimate here real quick. So this is a mechanical job, and it just so happens this is an estimate that I had prepared, or one of my clients prepared. Actually, I copied it from him, to install a 2.5 ton or 2-ton 12-SEER air conditioner. So my quantity is 1. I know that this is what we call an assembly, if you read that in the book. And these are the parts that we can import for you from Excel. So these, I would enter the quantity here, and I'm just going to say on this job is a big job, and I have 10 of them. I recalculate it. It tells me, based on my assumptions, that I need 7.5 hours for each one. So it's taking the 10 times the 7.5, giving me 75 extended hours. It says I need 1 condenser, so it's taking 10 times 1, giving me 10 times the unit price from my latest price update. And it's now priced this out, and then I put my profit and overhead on this. And so I just go through this by individual bid items, and you can see down here some change order work. I don't know if I have anything else in here. Might not. No. Pretty empty. But anyway, you get the idea of what I was doing there, is that we build those assemblies, and then the next time you have to do an estimate, you just put it in a finished quantity that you've taken off, and you enter it, update your pricing from your vendors, and off you go. You can then, and the reason for using it, Raymond, is once I'm done with that, I can put that into my accounting. I have all my cost numbers already generated for me. I could print a proposal. If I'm going to print a purchase order to buy those materials, I can print the purchase order directly in the system, and I can print subcontracts. So all of the things that you're having to do after you have your Excel spreadsheet done, we accelerate that all the way through this process, okay? Go back in here, hang on a second. So right here, In vendors, I identified these vendors to buy the parts. I can now create the PO to go do that. It's going to put the budget to this job number 7, and it's going to put it to these individual cost codes, to these cost types. So the budget's going to be automatically moved over, so I do not have to enter it. And that's the benefit of using our basic estimating. So that covers question number 2. Let me close this up. Service work orders is a full work order dispatching system. The inventory is the same. You can buy the inventory standalone if you don't do work orders and just need to manage inventory, or you can buy the inventory package with the service work orders, and it saves you a little bit of money. And that they're the exact same. They work identically. The only difference is if you buy service work orders, you get the inventory included with it. If you buy the inventory, you will not have the ability to do work orders. You'd have to have the service module to do that. You just save a few dollars by buying the service and inventory together. And like I said, there's no difference. It's number 4. Amy answered for you. Number 5, she answered for you. And then on the service maintenance, I will send you a spreadsheet, but directly from Sage. It includes all updates. So if a new release comes out, which there'll be one, and obviously at the end of the year for taxes, you'll be shipped that directly via email. Next spring, typically May-ish time frame, we'll come out with a new version. You'll be shipped the newest version with all the enhancements. And then if you were to buy now, you would get probably the summer release. We just issued one at the end of August as well. And so you always have the latest copy of software as long as you have a maintenance agreement. And you have unlimited support with Sage from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. 5 days a week. You also have access to the knowledge base as well, and it provides all of the tax table updates as they come out from the different states or different cities. So that's it. Sage Construction Anywhere, I sent you some information on that. The difference between basic and advanced users, they're the same price. Basic users can only enter time for themselves, where an advanced user can enter time for themselves and other people and can approve time that was entered by somebody else. Basic user can only enter the time for their own employee record, where the advanced user has the ability to look at his whole crew and make changes to any time card that has already been turned in, or to enter time for his crew himself without having the individuals do that. Number 9, provide information about the thing. I sent you a spreadsheet. We basically help you export your information. I assume you're on QuickBooks, from your QuickBooks to Excel. So your vendors, your clients, your employees, your jobs, your parts, your cost codes, all of that information can be exported to an Excel spreadsheet, cleaned up, and then we import that directly into Sage 100, and that's usually $400. And so the rest of the information is then entered, like your beginning balances for all your GL accounts, is entered using a method of a journal entry in the beginning balances whenever you go live. So we're going to make an assumption here. We're kind of in the middle of September. You would either be looking at a November 1st go live date or December 1st go live date. October 1st is pretty much out of the question right now. We only have 2 weeks. So you're looking at a November 1st or December 1st. So if it was December 1st, then we would just enter the balances that are in your QuickBooks for your balance sheet, your receivables, all of your P&L accounts for your different overhead accounts. That would just be a one journal entry, and it can almost be copy and pasted in to get that beginning balance in, and then the history would reside in QuickBooks. Just make sure I read this. I sent you the system requirements. It runs on the latest. It runs on Windows 8, Windows 2013 server. I'll send that to you again if you didn't get it the first time. And then the network data transmission requirement, I don't know if I have that, but if you have a server, 7 users is not going to be a problem. I've got clients that have, well, I just bought more seats the other day in Florida. It was their 31st, 32nd, and 33rd user on the system, and so and they have absolutely no speed issues. So as long as your server is fairly new, you should not have a problem. So anyway, along with this video, I'll send you a few more attachments. If you want to, if we're getting that close and you're ready to do something and you want to talk to somebody in support on the hardware side, I can get you in contact or have somebody in support call you with the details on that. But 7 users is not going to be a stretch at all. I mean, like I said, I've got people with 30, 40, 50 users on the system simultaneously. So anyway, hopefully that answers the rest of your questions. Again, you really need to know if you want to go, like Amy said, with the large discount and just give us, pay by check or credit card, or if you would prefer to spread out the payments over 24 equal payments, we can do that for you as well. So once I know that, then I can go to Sage and ask them for a discount. But I can't provide you the new discount really until I know which way you want to go. Thanks. Phone number here is 800-659-5851. So 800-659-5851. And again, once again, I'm offering you, if you want to get online today or tomorrow and sit down and look at this so you can actually see how it works, I have no problem with jumping online with you and letting you take the controls and trying to see how it works and how easy it is to use. So just give me a call. Thanks.